How can someone who have been trading for 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, even a year, even 6 months, how can that person be making so much mistake to a point that you deposited $1,000, $800, $500, even $2,000, even $200, and you end up losing everything? Why? How can such thing happen right before your watch? You are the one that have the money. You are the one who is placing the trade. You are the one who is doing the analysis. And you have been watching too many videos on YouTube. You have been following so many signals from the Telegram or WhatsApp group. Some of you have even paid for signal. Some of you have even paid for one thing or the other just to make sure that you grow your account. Now, the question still remains, why do you still lose all those money? What could be the reason? Is it because you don't know what to do? Or is it because you are not entering rightly? Or is it because there is confusion somewhere? So I'm giving you the opportunity in this video. Please write on this comment section some of the challenges you are having, why you think you are not doing well in this forex testing, because I am out to help some of you. So just comment on the session if what you are passing through is what I can handle. I will help you. If it is something I can do for free, I will do that. If it is something that can lead to mentorship, I will give you a discount to help you and mentor you to come up. If it is something that I can speak to you to correct you, maybe with a spoken word, I can also do that one. Because one thing people don't really know is that in a place or in a world or in a generation or in a community, even in a family, where few persons are succeeding, in a family where person is rich, nobody's rich in that place. It simply means that when every responsibilities in the family is on someone's shoulder, that family cannot progress. So when few persons, according to statistics, only few 10% or even 7% of all the world traders are making profit. So what could be the reason? Why is this thing happening like that? Why is it that you can't enter and come out successfully? What is the challenge? Why is so many people failing? Why? So just write on this comment section some of your own challenges. Now in this video, I'm going to show you one thing. I'll just give it to you as an advice, and I'll show you one of the possible strategies you can use. You can feel free to watch some of our videos. Watch our videos. Anything you see we drop in that place is good. I'm telling you the truth, they are good. So if you know what you are doing, you can make use of it and it will serve you well. Now, for you to start making profits on forex trading, I'm giving you this as an advice. Most of my students in the mentorship class, many of them, both the ones in the private class and those in the GDFX Guru's home, they have heard me say those things severally. Please listen to me. My name is GDFX, and I respect your view. I respect the knowledge that you have. I respect everything. But most times, when some people who have been in the field for a long time, who have faced the ups and downs, who have seen the challenges, who have lost money and later recovered the money, who have handled some offices and have been to some institutions to handle some of those courses, when they are talking, there are things you cannot get only by watching some YouTubes there, but until you see them in the reality. Just like when you are using demo, you can make profit in the demo, trade, make $1 million, $2 million in the demo. Then when you manage to put $1,000, you discover that from 1,000 you are now at 800. From 800 you are now at 7. From 7, 5. From 5, 2. From 200. From 100, 50. From 50 to $3. Why? Of all the knowledge that you have, of all the wisdom that you have accumulated, why are you still on the losing side? So please, let me tell you one thing you must learn to do. You see this place, this is where some of the problem you are facing is. This is where, some of you, this is where your issue is. Look at what I have. Some of you, this is your issue. If you see what I have there, you discover that I started this journey with little. I started this journey with little. If you see minus 5, you discover that I entered this market with $23. So when I entered that market with $23, I make some profit. Then I was trading with the same profit I've made. Then while I was trading, I make some losses. And right in that losses, the reason you are seeing that thing now is that I made some losses. So with that losses that I've made, it now becomes so difficult for me to recover. So, but since I have a market that is running under profit, that is why I am still in the market now. So if I close this one now, the whole market will bounce back. Let me close it so that you understand what I'm saying. Look at it. Do you see my capital now? Have you seen it now? So this is what I have now. So that minus 5 you are seeing simply means that I don't have any strength again. The whole capital that you have there is just resting on that profit that I've made. But I started this journey with $23. So I've made losses that is below $23. And the only thing that is left there is minus 5, which means I have even crossed below what I have as a capital. For some of you that are doubting that maybe you have $5 in your account and you now make profit of $200 and you have not closed it, believe me, even if you place trade, they permit you to enter trade, you can still place that trade. When you are on losses, if you close it, once you are on profit, your account will be secured. The only thing that is that you will see minus. That is one thing I want you to know. But let me go back to what I was saying earlier. Each time you want to start making profit in the forex world, please, here is some of your problems. What is that your problem? Do you see all those things? All those indices, all those things? This is where your problem is. This is where your problem is. I'm speaking to you from experience. And I know that I'm not talking to many. I'm not speaking to many, but I'm speaking to people that understand what I'm saying. Someone will also write to me, maybe in a private chat or in a comment section, so you are talking trash. But I know that I'm talking trash, but people that know the value will still make use of it. And now, watch this. What do I mean by that? Some of you will trade with volatility 100 1x index, trade with 50, trade with 10, trade with 250 or thereabout. Do you know some of you will also trade with jump index? Some of you will trade with step index, crash. Everything you want to trade. Everything you want to trade. I am keeping this thing as a cheap secret, but it is vital. What is the problem there? How is this place your problem? When you look at volatility 75, you have monitored everything. You know that this one moves straight and crash at a time. The other one will move on a boom movement and crash at a point. But step index don't move that way. Jump index don't move that way. Volatility don't move that way. And you are building yourself to start making profit. What is what can you do at that point? The best thing for you to do, as I'm telling you now, if you want to start making profit in the forex trading, the first thing for you to do, or the best thing for you to do, after you must have gathered all the knowledge, you are now a professional trader, all those things, the best thing that will help you to start making profit is of all those things you are seeing here: volatility, crash, jump index, step index, there's everything that you are seeing. Choose one or two. Focus on it. Stay on it. If you want to specialize on volatility, settle down on volatility. If you want to settle down on jump index, settle down on jump index. Let jump index enter you. If you want to study crash and boom, let boom and crash enter you. Let it enter you. Let it be that you are not conversant with everything that crash is doing and boom is doing, so that you make more profit on crash than any other places, so that you get crash at the tip of your fingers, so that each time you want to think of what to do, you relax. So when you are depositing money, you know that your builder is crash and boom, so that you know the movement of crash 1000, boom 1000, crash 300, boom 300, crash 500, boom, boom 500. You know almost everything about that place. Many will not like what I'm saying, but I know that I'm telling you from experience. God is my witness. So some of you that believe in when you see a cross, you enter, you see this thing, you enter. These things can work easily on crash. But once you step out of that place, I have seen somebody who came to me, he built all his money using stepping desks. While he was building the stepping desks, he raised the $8 to $16. He raised it to 179 or $80. But he stepped into volatility 75 and lost all. The other person used the $200 and raised this thing using, he said, either his jumping dice or crash. I don't know the one that he used. But he said that he used that particular one to raise 200 and something dollars to 2062 or $65. But once he stepped down, either he went to, I don't know if it is volatility or thereabout, he started losing everything. Some of you knows too well that once you have volatility 25, that it can carry almost any, at least if you have $2, this volatility 25 can carry it. Once you have this volatility 25, this 25, it can carry anything. And for some of you that does not know why those things are like that, let me show you this. Let me show you this. If you check this cap size here, look at those things. They are not the same. Their sizes are not the same. These are the commodities. Look at it. They are not the same. So when you see that, when some of you will enter for spike or you are trading on a scalping zone on boom 1000, so you now discover that one long spike on $1 entry point loss size can give you one stretch $50 at a stretch. One long spike, one spike of the century in boom 1000 can take $39, $40 at a stretch. The question is why? But the same spike would drop on, the same size of the spike would drop on this one, this crash 1000, yet it would be $15 or $16. Now calculate what you have below here and what you have below here. You see that this one is 10 times. Calculate this 840, calculate this 840 to this one. You see why it is heavy? You see why it is heavy? So then check this one and check this one. You see? But when it comes to crash, check this place. For some of you that ask, why is crash 300 fast? Why is it so fast? Check this one and check this one. When you check crash 500, you discover that this is 5 something and this one is 3 something. So each of them have their strength inside, which some people don't have time to check all those things. Now let's check volatility 75. For some of you are asking, why is 75 so heavy? Look at this place. Check here. This is 4,279, though it's changing. But look at why volatility 25 can carry your low account. Look at it. So volatility 75 is not a child's market. It's not something, even though that you can use your 0.001 and enter, it will be moving, fluctuating up and down. Then when it starts counting, within few seconds, it can give you $3, $7, $8, maybe before start dropping. But at this one now, what will give you $5 here can end up giving you like $2 here in the same speed. And some of you don't care, but you want to make profits. Some of you don't bother, but you want to start counting in dollars. You want to be like the big boys, but you don't read all those things. You don't care to know those things. So my little secret for you, if you want to do well in forex trade, this thing is just not just for beginners, but for experts. Because if you have been in the forex for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even 6 months, and you place trade using demo and you start making profit, when you enter into live account, you start losing everything. Something is the cause. How can somebody like I nearly blocked that guy. The reason I left that guy was because he paid me. Because you have $1,600 in your account, that is what will give you the guts. You place trade on volatility, place trade on step index, you place trade on boom, you place trade every of the market you have trade there. Why? Brother, I just want to try now. Among all those things, some of them will click. No chart, no analysis. After all I've taught him, tomorrow he will blame me that after mentoring with GDFX, yet I didn't get anything because I was teaching him, yet he still believes in himself. Please, I just want to drop this video so that some of you will know what you are doing. So get one of these things. Take one. If it is boom and crash, focus on boom and crash. If it is step index, focus on step index. Know everything about step index. Whenever you want to place trade, you know that this is the next move of the market. Then when you focus on all those things and you are now confused, you still find it difficult for you to make profit, that is when you should start thinking of looking for a mentor. That is when you should start thinking for, how do I get a mentor? Somebody need to put me through. For some of you that think that the strategies you see on YouTube and all those things, if I tell you what is going on behind you not just from me, from many. Currently now, this is what I have. Look at this. This is what I have. This is that dollar. This is that one. I'm telling you, look at it. But finally, this is where I am. You see? So when we are telling you, but I will not show you that I made losses, but you only see profits in the social world. And many of you that are trying your best will start pushing yourself to start killing yourself because you think that some people are going or doing better than you. All right, let me show you one thing again, then we'll call it a day. Now look at this. If you want to grow your small account, go to volatility. Use volatility 725. Avoid volatility 75. Except you know what you are doing. Now look at this strategy here. Once you have seen, this is use, your time frame to use is 5 minutes time frame. But always remember that the strength of every 5 minutes, the strength of the lower time frame always come from the higher time frame. So for you to be on the safer side, study your candle and know the movement of the candle. Study your candle and know the movement of the candle. If you check the 4 hours now, you discover that here is showing something. The market has been in this move. So anything that you are seeing now is this market want to move to this direction. So from the 4 hours time frame. So if I'm to give you advice, I will ask you to wait until this candle will close in the 4 hours time. Then when the candle closes, the next one may come up and decide to push through because of this momentum candle here. But this one is now fighting the strength of the momentum. So you have to allow it. But if the next candle comes up, or finally this one closes up as a bullish candle, that is to say that more of what will come will be on this. So by so doing, you can now go to your 5 minutes time frame and confirm that this candle will still go back. Then your first TP will be here, then your second TP will be here. But if this thing did not happen that way, that is to say that the journey on the 4 hours time frame will be that this one will close like this and it will start coming back like this. So be careful when you see the market approaching this level, because at this point it can still go back like this. So which means, what if it happens that way, which means that there's going to be a breakout from this line. So the next candle will start coming. So if that will start coming, that is to say that it's going to move so mightily that it will end somewhere here. This is where you should be looking up to. But remember that while this thing is coming like this, there is a possibility that it can move back a little. It is not a must it will move straight, like even here, even here, even here. It did not move as straight as you think it can be. Then why did I have to tell you that? Because right before here is where the market once played a game. So once you are seeing those things, don't just think it's going to cross it immediately. And if this thing happened here, it means that it's going to take 4 hours for this thing. Every drama that will happen between 4 hours until it will get here, or it will go below, or it will start bouncing back. Why? Because the decision is coming from this very angle. So if this thing is planning to run a continuation trend, it simply means that we need to be very, very careful to understand what the market is doing And that is the same thing that I'm saying. So if you know volatility very well, you should understand what this thing means. Now, for the moving averages you have here, you are using this moving average to understand the average of the market, the trend of the market. Like once you have seen that this thing have crossed over to this place, like once you have seen that this thing have crossed over to this place, it's a clear trend, and you see this breakout, like always say that this thing is a breakout. So once you have seen it, you now realize that opportunity is coming. Then from there, once you see these things being separated like this, it's a clear sign that the trend is becoming so stronger. Now, at a point, there is a drama here again, that it came, but it never crossed over to this 50 moving average, because I'm going to show you the indicators that I use to map out this thing. So the trend continued from this very angle to this point. So you see it being separated. So now it tried here. That is why you should not focus on once you see the cross alone, because some of the cross may be fake. 60% of the crossing can turn to fake. So some people that have seen this one now will enter here thinking that it's going to continue, only for them to discover that this was the last one that ever went out that way. Then the next one came back. And that is why sometimes when you place trade and you close your eyes, only for you to open it and discover that the trend has gone against you completely. So the thing still went ahead to this very direction. So think of when you can get this chart clearly from this angle, then it will give you the opportunity. Same thing happened here again, crossing over to this place, yet without making the right move. But if you check here, you discover that this very line never crossed over to this place. Why? Because if it has crossed over to this place, there's going to be a clear opportunity that will show that this market is going to move in your direction. So that is why you should bear in mind that what happened here can also happen here. So, but you can take advantage of this, that as it is coming, you can take advantage of it using your small time frame. Then you grab it and leave the market immediately. But if you want to stay on the trend, please allow them to do their drama here, because if it starts returning, it's a very huge one for you. And from there, you now see this breakout in 5 minutes time frame. Then that is what will lead this market to this very point. Please, I want you to understand these things. They are very simple if you know what the market is doing. You can do those things without paying for mentorship. You can do those things. But if you are still confused, stop gazing the market. Look for a mentor. You can do those things. I believe with these few points of mine, you can be able to place trade and come out successfully. Remember, in summary, the first thing you should focus on is this thing. Stop placing everything you see here. It will only end you up in blowing your account. I've seen someone that have made profits on crash 500 and get to volatility and lose it. I've seen someone who is doing well on volatility and step into crash and start losing it. But the question here is it bad if I know all? There is nothing wrong. You can know everything, but be a master of one or two. If you want to specialize, that is one of my students. I respect her so much. She's a woman. I respect her. It was few days in our class, just a live training that she picked up, and it surprises me. She got her contact through the Telegram link, and she came up and paid me. At least I'm on air. So if I'm lying, some of them will say you are lying. So immediately, just few days, that girl is good in volatility. She's good. She's good. And if I wish to give her management now, I can trust her to some extent. So these are some of the things. So specialize on one or two is going to give you. Now take the indicators that I use. The first one I use is 8 moving average. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Please, I beg you. Please subscribe to our channel. Your subscription gives us strength, and we wish you well. That is why we are doing this video. So don't think it's because of YouTube payment or those things. Your subscription gives us encouragement. Let's grow this account together. Let's grow together. Let's grow. All right, let's grow. If this account has been a blessing to you one way or the other, please join us and support it. Share it to your platform. You are helping some people. Share it. All right, thank you. So this is the indicator 1. So the second parameter is 21. You see, just screenshot it like this because I don't want to waste time. Then the third one is 50. So look at it. This one is 8. This one is 21. This one is 50. So look at if you can see the colors. So any cross on this, please wait and confirm until it returns back again. Not that it crossed immediately, then you start placing trade. You will lose your money. Remember what I told you. Once you see it cross, don't rush. Please possibly wait for this thing to come over to this place. It will be more safer. So don't follow the candle alone. Follow the moving average. GDFX, I love you.